We're about to have a look at another part of the Covenanters Trail in Scotland, UK, and we're looking at a monument. I'll show you it here so you know where we are. Covenanters Trail. The monument is the Trumpeter's Well at Cauldron Mill, just outside Straven a bit. We'll go through and have a look at it. It's in a field, in a farmer's field. And there it is. The Trumpeter's Well, because the well has long been disused, I believe. And it's locked. I'll tell you the story as we go along. So this is a monument to what I've called the sad Trumpeter. It's a lovely wee monument. Reminds me of a tower in Tallinn in Estonia, except on a much smaller scale. Yeah, well, they're not far away. We're about 2 miles away from a famous battle site, which is just over there, where those trees are. In there was the Battle of Drumclog, which took place on the 1st of June 1679 between a religious group called the Covenanters and the King's troops, the Dragoons. The King at the time was Charles II of England and Scotland. I think he was King of Ireland as well at that time. And there was a famous battle, and the Covenanters managed to beat the King's troops. The Covenanter numbers were about 250. They were holding a religious meeting, but they were all tooled up with guns and pitchforks and various weapons. I mean, mainly farmers, so they would have had pitchforks naturally anyway, but they were carrying them with them to this religious service because the King's troops were always on the lookout for Covenanters practicing their branch of the Protestant religion the way they wanted to. However, you can read about that on my other videos. You get more information there. But just now, I'll tell you that the battle took place over there. Graham of Claverhouse was leading the King's troops, the Dragoons. They were routed by the Covenanters, so they were making a run for it. But Claverhouse himself, he was mounted on his horse, and one of the Covenanters had a go at him with a pitchfork, managed to stab the horse rather than the guy himself. But he managed to force his horse on for a bit, and then he came across one of his own troops, a trumpeter, who I believe was a 14-year-old boy, hardly fit for the army these days, not fit for the army these days. And he took the horse from the trumpeter, left the poor trumpeter without any transport. The trumpeter later got caught by some of the Covenanter troops coming over this way, and they caught him and they killed the poor lad. How they killed him, I do not know. I don't want to think about it, but they killed the poor lad and they threw his body down a well, which was here. It wasn't this at the time, obviously. This was built much later on to commemorate the poor lad's death. Later, his body was retrieved from the well, apparently, and he was buried somewhere decent. But yeah, so this is a Trumpeter's Well. That's what it's called. And a poor young lad didn't deserve what he got. And he probably didn't know really what was going on. He liked to blow his trumpet and ride his horse, I dare say. But poor chap didn't make it home. Anyway, if you want to see more of these kind of Covenanter tales, have a look at my channel and you'll find other interesting ones. I've covered the Battle of Bodwell Bridge, which is about 10 miles, 12 miles that way from here. I've been up Loudon Hill. There's Loudon Hill, which is kind of, again, behind me. You may see it on the video relating to the Battle of Drumclog, which is another video I'm doing. I did that today. I went round, flew the drone around today. I'm not going to fly the drone around this because it's really not worthwhile. But thanks for looking in. If you're interested in history, Scottish history, please have a look at my other videos relating to that. Most of my videos are hiking, but I've got a number of them which are related to the Covenanters because I've taken a recent interest in them, having known nothing about them before. I'm now taking an interest in the history. So have a look at that and you'll see a video, I think it's interesting, on Charleroi and the Dukes of Hamilton. It's a really good one. You'll learn a bit of history in there as well, about the kings and queens at the time. Anyway, that's about it. Thanks for looking in on this one and for leaving me 2 likes. Woohoo! I got 2 likes on this one, which is not bad. I'll let you accompany me on the way back to the car. There you are. We're in a field just across from the sign for welcome to Caldermill with thriving and safe driving. You wouldn't think at the speed some of these vehicles come past. It's on the A71, just outside the village of Straven, a few miles.